I'm going to teach you how to make these realistic rose leaves. Take a piece of your flower paste and knead it between your fingers until it's nice and soft and pliable. Now we're going to roll it on your flower board, and the whole idea of a flower board is you're going to roll across the channels, and that's where you feed your wire through. So lightly dust. Okay, now I roll mine into a nice long sausage and put it between 2 or 3 or 5 channels, depending on how many you want to do. Okay, now I'm going to roll this out very, very thin. If you find it starts sticking, just rub on a bit of corn flour or potato flour. Okay. So basically we're going to roll it out super thin, and you should be able to almost see, well, you should be able to see the channels come back through the flour paste. That's how thin it is. Okay, and pull it off, lay it back down. Oops, that one's a bit stretched. Okay, now a leaf cutter, position on the channel so the channel runs directly through, straight through, like that. Now press down and pull away while you're holding it down, and that gives you a cleaner cut. Pick it up, and I tend to run my thumb down it, and that takes away any of the yucky bits for a nice super clean cut. Repeat with as many as you need. Pull it through. Do the same thing. Put your leftover flour paste away so it doesn't dry out. And you take your leaf and your balling tool and gently thin the edges. So your balling tool will be half on and half on the leaf and half on the petal pad. Take a piece of your wire, dip it in your sugar glue, and wipe on the back of your hand to remove any excess. That also helps it dry out faster. Place the leaf between your 2 fingers, and you'll use your fingers to guide the wire in as you're pushing it. Now I tend to put mine in halfway, a little bit more. Do it again. Now this one you can see that the paper's coming away from the wire, so I just flip it over and I'll just use the other end. And again, use your fingers to guide it through. Nice and slow. Take your petal pad, put the leaf on now, and gently thin the edges. Take a rose leaf veiner, lightly dust it so it doesn't stick. Place your leaf on there, so again it's lined up with the middle of the veiner. Dust the top one and press down hard. It's the start of a leaf. Now have a piece of foam, or I've used an eggshell mattress underlay, and just haphazardly place it because we don't want our leaf flat, we want shape, push down, cupped. You can also twist it round a bit to give it a bit of flow. To make mine look realistic, I'll either pick a bit away from the edges so it looks like we've had a little bug munching at it, or you can just use a pin and just pick away at it. And we've had the caterpillars eating. Take a paintbrush, use a smaller one, very, very small amount of the aubergine, and from the outside, dust in. And you only want to use a little bit at a time. Now again, I just kind of twirl around and flick out of the hole. Flip it over to the back, because we're trying to make it dark as if it's dyed whether it's been eaten. Okay. Now we're going to use our plum and just go over again the aubergine. This time taking a little bit further in, and again on the hole. And I just add a little bit of colour to the end, or you can flick instead from the bottom down, or if you want to, the edges. And remember to do the back. Now take the green dust. This is going to blend it and bring it all together. Now you can see this leaf isn't completely dry, so when you do yours, make sure it's dry, and the colour will take a lot better. Now your last stage will be hold it over a kettle of boiling water, and when it's steaming, and turn it around and do it only quickly, and let it have a quick steam, and that will set in all your petal dust colours. Now your last step will be to boil your kettle. When it starts steaming, over the steam, just give it a quick twirl, and that will lock in your petal dust colours. And if you want it more glossy, wait for it to completely dry. Don't touch it while it's wet, and steam again. Or you can give it a light steam to lock in your colours, and then you can buy a flower and leaf glaze, which also gives a brilliant gloss.